Hey guys, Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant. I'm going to talk about the rules and what they tell you to do instead of what they don't tell you to do. We follow Cooper's rules, and the first is treat all guns as if they're always loaded. And there's several times where we don't do that, dry practice being one and maintenance being the other. We'll unload a firearm and check it to make sure, and then we practice with it as if it's unloaded. And during maintenance procedures, sometimes we have to also move the gun around in ways that we're not comfortable with. But on the line, there should be real physical activities that indicate rule one. So the first thing is to unload and show clear. Needs to have 3 steps to it. Any safety procedure needs 3 steps to follow the rule of 3, and that's a triangulation of information. That means we have a good orientation towards the task. So what I require everybody to do is step up to the line, get a good draw stroke, take the magazine out, put it someplace safe so your hands are free. Lock the slide to the rear, physically and visually verify it, have somebody you trust do the same thing, okay? All right, and then rack it 3 times. Now, if I've done that, I'm pretty certain this gun is unloaded in that moment, and I could practice dry if I needed to. But the opposite of that is the load and make ready. So instead, I'm going to put a magazine in, tug it, make sure it sits. I'm going to rack around into the chamber, and now I'm going to treat the gun as if it's loaded. Everybody knows that one. But what I see a lot in class is people draw guns, and they're expecting to shoot, and they get a click instead of a bang. And to me, that's just as egregious as drawing a gun and getting a bang instead of a click. We call it the dead man's gun as a warrior, something to think about. So you should always know the condition, which means when you get done shooting and after you do your replay and whatever post activities you have, you should check and see if you need any more ammo. If you do, go and get a new magazine, put it in the gun, do a press check and make sure it's loaded. Use your witness hole. On HKs, we have a red extractor that sticks out and lets me know a round is in the chamber. Every time I shoot, if I shoot multiple strings, I want to know where I'm at. Do I need more ammo or not? And that prevents that activity. I have failed in this in the past occasionally, especially shooting bill drills where you're shooting 6 rounds at a time. So with 20 round mags, I only got 3 goes at it, and it's real easy on the 4th one to run with no ammo. So I hold myself accountable to always knowing the condition by checking myself and making sure that I unload and show clear and rack it 3 times, or after each shooting activity, if it's live fire, I make sure that the gun is still loaded so I don't end up with a dead man's gun. These are the actions that the rule requires of you, and if you think of them of ways to make sure and good ideas for warriors, it would be more important than what the rules tell you not to do. Make sure your gun is loaded, make sure your gun is unloaded, and have a procedure to do that. Changing my safety brief, I make everybody come up to the line first thing in class and exercise these. We'll do 3 more videos for this so you can see each rule in sequence, and I'll show you what I'm looking for in class, and I hope that helps you. I hope it helps your procedure. And as always, guys, measure, refine, and perform. I'm Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant.